Well, we're back at it. We're talking about impeaching Trump again. So this is all over the trial of Roger Stone, and this all comes from the first attempt to impeach Trump over Russia collusion for in the trial, or in the election. Russia collusion for the election was what they originally tried to impeach Trump for. Roger Stone was involved in that trial, and he lied under oath to Congress, and he has a thing for witness tampering, and that is what his current trial is about. And now we are talking about impeaching Trump over that trial again. So here we go. Let's start with who Roger Stone is. Roger Stone was involved in Trump's political campaign in the very beginning for a hot second, and then he was immediately let go because Roger Stone he gets his jobs in political and public life by exaggerating who he is and who his connections are. So for example, he said that he was intimately involved in WikiLeaks with Julian Assange, when really he had friends who knew friends who knew friends who knew them. And so he would get tidbits of information through the grapevine and then pretend like he knew what was going on, when really he had no clue. So, for example, that's the kind of person he was. Really big on BS, really big talker, really larger than life personality, but not hard on facts and really actually being involved in knowing what was going on. So I imagine that's why he was let go from the campaign as well, rather quickly on. So because of all of this big talk, he ended up getting involved with the Russia collusion case because people thought he would know something about what was going on. So he was put on trial and called as a witness. Now, on the stand, they were asking questions about WikiLeaks and different things that were going on that he actually didn't know the answer to. And rather than just admitting that he had been lying this whole time about what was going on and that he didn't really know anything, he lied and, skirted around the truth to try to protect his own image and his own reputation, because it would be horribly embarrassing in public to be announcing publicly that he was actually completely full of it and everything he'd been saying was lies. So that was what happened on the stand, and that is what we're going to trial now over, is lying to Congress and another count of witness tampering, which is a whole different story. He is friends with a different witness in that trial, and they like to talk to each other in very aggressive terms, kind of Godfather-esque, as it's been described. He said something about, I'm gonna kill your dog or something like that, and it was just completely joshing around as friends, and that was completely blown out of proportion and said that he was witness tampering with that statement. And the friend who was witness tampered publicly said, no, I was not being intimidated, don't prosecute him for this, it's a big misunderstanding. But was that considered? No. So there was really, the things to remember about this case is that there was there was really no real victim in this case. He didn't know anything about the trial, and he wasn't lying to protect Trump from something actually illegal. He was trying to just protect himself and his own reputation. It didn't actually affect the outcome of the trial. He didn't actually witness tamper and affect the outcome of the trial. The trial was going to have that outcome one way or the other because Trump didn't do anything wrong. We got to the end of all of that. They went through all the evidence and discovered that, there was no Russian collusion. Although many prominent figures are still saying, of course there is Russian collusion, even though it's been proved wrong. Anyway, that's off topic. So Roger Stone had all of this happen. That is what happened, who he is. So why we're talking about it now is that he is currently in a very unfair, quiet trial where they're trying to crucify him for this, just for being connected to Trump, even in a slight way. And it's gotten a lot of public attention lately because of the leaked information on how incredibly biased and unfair it is for him and what they're trying to do to him. And Trump has made some public statements to press and tweeted about Attorney General Barr, that Attorney General Barr should step in and help Roger Stone. And the Democrats are now calling that trial interference, and that he is trying to affect the outcome of a friend, which they also claimed a lot in his last impeachment trial. So this has been a constant ongoing thing with them, always trying to get him in trouble for tweeting and saying things and trying to muzzle and quiet him forever. So now they're talking about impeaching him all over again for the things that he has said about this trial. And I really believed it when I first saw it. I was like, yep, okay, here we go. They're going to start impeaching him again. The first impeachment didn't work, so we're just going to start over. No actual steps have been taken to actually start impeaching him. So they may not. They may be all talk, which they often are too. They said many times they were going to impeach him, and then they didn't until the Ukraine thing, which happened almost immediately. So maybe they're not going to start impeachment this second, and maybe they're going to try to find a few things to start to impeach him, or maybe they'll try to impeach him after the next election, because we all know he's going to win. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Stay tuned. I'm going to make another video going into detail on what is going on with this current trial that is going on. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and watch that. And if not, see you later.